what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. Big night tonight. It finally is happening. It seems that they've moved the date every 5 seconds for this Ford Bronco, but tonight is the night of the unveil of the 2021 Ford Bronco 4x4 and the Ford Bronco Sport, also being known across the world as the BABY Bronco. In this virtual unveil, we're going to focus specifically on the Bronco Sport, but make sure at the end of this video you click, because I do have the larger brother, the bigger brother, the Bronco 4x4 in both 2 and 4 doors. So you definitely want to check that out. But without further ado, let's see what the excitement is all about and check out this 2021 Bronco Sport. All right, guys, there is the 2021 Bronco Sport. Now, I do have it playing in slow motion to kind of really showcase the vehicle and give you time to pay attention to lines. It almost looks like a small Land Rover. That's the first thing I saw, and when I saw it, that's what I thought about. I do love the body lines, though. Even for the smaller sibling, they really put that sharp edge, boxy styling. The grille is on point. The Bronco name, super clear. The way that they're doing the headlight design, the daytime running lamp, especially on that horizontal bar there, looks really clean, very 21st century, but definitely I could see some connection with the Bronco from the past. You got a tasteful sport badge there, super clean on the back. And then of course you're gonna have a variety of wheels to choose from. If you notice in the lower corners of the bumper, you do have LED fog lamps, and also the tail lights, if you look closely, are in the shape of a B. And obviously we're talking about Bronco, so it's the little fun touches that make it great. Now when you're looking at this, you see that cargo basket up top. There's gonna be about 100 factory approved accessories for the Bronco Sport, so you could really personalize it for just about anything. Now with that hatch open, you could fit not only one, but 2 27.5-inch mountain bikes. I think that's what's gonna make this vehicle so awesome, is the versatility. Look at the interior, super clean, very modern. Now you only have one infotainment system, and that kind of bums me out. That's gonna be a zonk. It's an 8-inch system. It even has the older Sync 3 system on it. It would have been nice to have a 12-inch optional screen. Now, if you go bigger brother, you can get that larger infotainment system screen and the new Sync 4 layout. But I do like the way the AC vents are done. You got the start-stop button conveniently placed. Even the seats, that two-tone motif going on with the bucking Bronco. I think the logo is spot on the money. Seats, even in the back, look really, really spacious. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these and really show that interior volume of it. Now, the whole philosophy of the Bronco is what's being called built wild. So they really want to throw that wild sense of adventure. You can see the molly on the backs of the seats, variety of ways to buckle things down. And then you even have the ability, super smart engineering, zipper backs. So those zippers there are actual pockets. And think about it. You could take those adventure Twinkies and put them in there. Now, of course, you'll have the option for wireless charging. There's a USB-C, a USB, and a 12 volt, so they got you fully covered there. This is smart engineering. I love these zipper pockets. Look at that. You could put your iPad in there, maybe a Atlas, or your favorite dictionary, maybe Webster Dictionary. You can lock that in there. Here's another smart move. You ready for this? Under seat storage. So they got you covered. Even though this Bronco Sport is smaller, it's the BABY Bronco, they got you covered on interior space to just put about anything. Look at that. You could hang your laundry. Say you're camping and there's a river and you got your old washboard out. Now you could dry your laundry off by hanging it on that tailgate. Even the hooks everywhere. It's meant for the adventurer, but also these things are going to make life great for people who are doing their daily activities, or maybe tailgating, camping, going to the beach, picking the kids up from school, taking the dog to the groomer. All those great things could be done. Now, all the Broncos, whether you go small or supersize, come 4x4 across the board. So 4x4 capability with the Bronco Sport, just like the bigger Bronco, you are going to get what's being called the terrain management system. It's got a bunch of different modes: eco, slippery, sand, mud ruts, and then it even has what's being called goat mode. Now, goat, are you thinking of the farm animal? throw that out the window, go greatest of all time. That's what the Bronco has always been referred to. And they have a special mode settings just for that as well. Now you can see there's those GOAT modes right on cue. Couldn't have timed that any better. You do have a class exclusive 4x4 system with a twin clutch rear drive unit. So that's something that's unique to this Bronco Sport, and you can lock the diff, the rear diff on this. I like the dash analog with the digital display in the center. Super clean, very similar to what you're gonna find on the new Ford Escape. So I think there's gonna be a lot of crossover into this. Whereas the Escape, you could have it 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. This is specifically 4-wheel drive. All new independent front and rear suspension setup on this. I'm really liking on that dash how you have the capability to go through the different modes, and I really love how clear it is. Now, there's the vehicle going off-road. You can see going through the water. It's something that even though it's the baby Bronco, it could still handle some rough terrain. It actually has a trail control system, which is like a cruise control for off-roading. You could use that up to 20 miles an hour. You have, like I said, all those different accessories. Now power, it's a 1.5 liter EcoBoost engine. It's an inline 3-cylinder turbocharged engine. The great news is there is an optional engine, but on the 1.5, it's 181 horsepower, 190 pound-feet of torque. You can go a little bigger. The 2-liter inline 4 turbocharged engine, 245 horsepower, 275 pound-feet of torque. Both are available with 8-speed automatics. Now, when you go with the bigger motor, you actually get an 8-speed select shift that has the paddles to go up and down, and you get an oil cooler for that transmission to keep things nice and cool. No matter which way you go, you can tow up to 3,500 pounds with the Bronco Sport. Really love the clean lines. And I'm telling you right now, if you squint and you cover the other eye, it looks like a Land Rover. And I think that's actually a compliment. I really like the bold styling, even on the smaller Bronco, and having that versatility of being able to go on that adventure and not have to be too concerned of what that terrain entails. You could see from a million miles away, those beautiful headlights really has that classic shape. See, I didn't lie to you. There's those 2 mountain bikes in the back. And then we have this couple. They're walking by in the woods. They see the Bronco. They're like, oh, let's go ahead and put on a jacket and take our Bronco for a spin here. But I think for the adventure goer, having that cargo basket up top, these are all optional things. I love the 2-tone motif you could get with the blacked out roof and then the rest of the vehicle a certain color. I think that's smart styling. And those are things that people really gravitate towards, is having that blacked out roof, because it really gives your SUV such a unique look. But I really got to give it to Ford to cover everybody. I mean, if you're an adventure person that doesn't need that crazy off-road capability, here's the Bronco for you. Look at the shelf system, smart engineering. Think about tailgating. Look at this couple here, how happy they are because they're in. Look at that. You can open up your beer bottle. You can open up your bottle of Mountain Dew. That's what the Bronco does for you. It brings couples together. It creates a lasting bond. And couples that Bronco together stay together. Obviously, those two really showcase that. You got the 10 up top. That's where the magic happens. And overall, it just really is super clean styling. You can see the difference in the styling of the wheels. So there's going to be multiple wheel options and whatnot. And I'm just excited to see how people are going to personalize the Bronco. You know, this really is a shot at the vehicles from Jeep. And I think, you know, we're so used to obviously people getting their Wranglers and customizing them, but you could customize even the Bronco Sport. Makes it really, really great as well. And how versatile it is. But I'm glad that I was able to bring this to you. I hope this answered a lot of questions. We definitely got to thank Kristen and Deborah over at Ford for getting Rady's Rides access to this press material now so that we could bring it to you. You can see the fun that these couples are having. You can see how a Bronco could change your life. But if you keep wanting to see these virtual unveils on Rady's Rides, or how a car can change your life, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. This is what we do because of the situation we're in. We can't touch the cars yet. We will soon. Get my hands on them. but we're doing these virtual unveils and bringing it to you now. Hit that subscribe button. You'll want to come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being part of the Ladies Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content, making you laugh, bringing you Twinkies, all that kind of stuff, hit the link in the description. Get yourself some Ladies Rides merch. I got to give it up to, obviously, the love of my life, my wonderful wife, Lori. She wants to get a Bronco because she sees what it does for people and how it just will increase our love that we have for one another. So thank you, sweetheart, not only for sharing this Bronco unveil, but also setting up the whole studio here at Ladies Rides Mother Base, the mothership. But just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.